So I got rejected to be a seller on Creative Market 3 times. And if you're a creative and you're trying to make a little side income, then you know there's nothing more frustrating than getting a rejection email, whether it's Creative Market or Design Cuts, or maybe you're trying to do print on demand and Amazon Merch sends you that rejection email. But finally, after the 4th time, I finally got approved. My shop is up and I can continue listing my products. But it was a journey to get there, and I want to share what happened basically with each submission and each email that I got. So the first rejection, I'll admit, is a little bit on me, although it's a little bit of an extra step that you have to do in order to kind of avoid it. I went ahead and just filled out everything that was normal. My brother and I have been making creative assets and listing them on Etsy, and I already knew Creative Market was probably going to ask, have you been listing these products elsewhere? So I had that Etsy link to be able to show products that are listed. Now, when I was submitting the application, there's an area that asks for a portfolio. Now, it's asking for a Behance link or a Dribbble link. I didn't have those, so I just shared my Instagram. I have 14,000 followers. I figured that was enough of a portfolio to show with a lot of work on it. So about 5 hours later, boom, I got that first rejection email. So let's look at what it says right here. Thank you for your interest in Creative Market, for taking the time to apply. Unfortunately, the links to your work were broken or missing. Because of this, we are unable to review your work. Now, the concept of the links being broken is silliness. The links were fine. I just submitted them from Etsy and from my personal shop. I knew they worked. No links were broken. But to figure out if there was something else that was wrong, I looked back at the email again and I saw this second paragraph. Please consider uploading your work to a free digital portfolio such as Behance, Dribbble, or Coroflot. What in the world is Coroflot? So anyway, I thought maybe this is the issue. Maybe they really need to see like a Behance or a Dribbble link. So I took the extra hour or two to set up a Behance portfolio, upload all of the product thumbnails that we have been posting on Etsy, writing a little description, going through all the title and the tags, basically to try to get it to be enough so that Creative Market would be okay with looking at the Behance link. So the second time I had that Behance link ready, I was like, boom, this is it. This is what they want to see. Submitted it, and I was like, all right, this is good. This time it only took 2 hours, and boom, second rejection email came up, and this is what it said. Thank you for your interest. That part's the same, but then the second sentence says, unfortunately, we are having trouble verifying your identity, which is an important step to securing your spot on the marketplace. So this email is completely different from the first issue email where the links were broken, and so I guess now the links are not broken, but now they can't verify that it's me. Anyway, my guiding light to figure this out was this second line right here, which is to resolve this. Please ensure that the email address associated with your Creative Market user account is visible on your portfolio, website, or social media accounts linked to your application. Okay, so it says your email address should be visible. And I thought this was like a little bit weird that the email address would need to be visible on an actual portfolio. It sounds a little bit personal unless you're just okay with it being everywhere, but I thought I need to get this approved. I'm gonna go ahead and just add it to my Behance portfolio. I'm gonna add it to my Etsy portfolio up at the top real quick, and this should be enough. So I went ahead and I added that email address and I submitted it for the 3rd time. Boom, rejected again, dude. Like, what is happening right now? And it was the same exact email as the second one that I got that I just showed you a second ago. Same exact email. So I didn't have any extra clues to go off of what might be wrong or why it was getting rejected. So at this point, I just went into my normal Creative Market user account and I found the help desk or the ticket submission area, and I submitted a ticket. I basically selected the other category and I did a little note like, hey, I'm trying to apply. I've applied 3 times. Nothing I'm doing is working. I've tried adding my email address. I really need some help getting my shop approved. So I submitted that ticket hoping, something would happen. And in the meantime, I went back to the email just to read it again to see if I missed anything. And when I read it again, I just noticed that the phrase user account stuck out to me. So it says email address associated with your Creative Market user account is visible. I didn't even know this was a thing until I went and basically hovered over like my little avatar and click on my profile. But apparently you can have just a straight up full user profile with a bio and a picture and links to your like social medias and everything. So I had no idea that that was even there, and nothing was filled out. It was completely blank. There was no information, no email, no links, no picture, nothing of mine, even though I had been submitting all of that information in the application. So I filled out everything, added my picture, made sure it was the same picture on my Behance, made sure the portfolio links were the same links as my Behance. I even added my email address to my user account bio just to make sure that that's syncing up with what's on Behance. I submitted it for a 4th time, and thanks to the creator above, it finally went through. I got the email that says your shop has been launched or opened or whatever, and I was like, sweet, this is awesome. So you can see how this was kind of a headache over the course of about 3 days, applying 4 times to try to get approved. And I totally get it. I understand that making sure that you are showing you have products to sell is important, and I also know that making sure you can verify your identity. Anyway, my key takeaways are: 1, definitely set up a Dribbble or a Behance. A creative market is definitely pushing Dribbble for some reason. Even with me being in, it still wants me to link a Dribbble account. It's at the top of my dashboard every time I log in, but I used Behance like I said, and it was totally fine. So definitely set one of those up. Number 2, make sure you're listing your products somewhere. I mean, Etsy is super easy to get started and get set up, or you can list it on your own website, which I also did. It should be super easy to just list some digital products on there, so that way you have a link to show Creative Market. And then the 3rd takeaway is just make sure you fill out that user account information, because 1, I didn't even know that was a thing, and 2, I'm guessing that that's what worked because I did that and then I submitted it and then the shop went through. And maybe I could have done that from the very first time had I known about it, and everything would have been smooth. But hey, I'm here telling you now, so hopefully that can help you if you've been getting stuck with your application process and maybe need a little help getting it through. Maybe that's what'll do it. And let me know in the comments if you have a different story, or if you're still having issues, you've tried all these things and it's still not working. So let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you checking out the channel, and I hope you check out some of the other videos I have going on, and it would be super awesome if you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Bye.